Hello, welcome to stream number 120. So today I'm going to be working more on the player account stuff. Changing usernames, deleting accounts, logging out, hiding email address by default, requiring a CAPTCHA on a request password reset, assigning unique numbers to player accounts, adding creation and last login times. So a lot of these I just picked because of the theme of that more work needs to be done on player account login, logout, management, that kind of stuff. I'm slowly approaching the point where I can deploy this on the web. I need to make sure that people can create accounts, that I can moderate those accounts, and all the things that people want to be able to do with their accounts they can do, and not all of it's in place yet, so that's the main reason why I haven't been able to deploy to the cloud. So I'm trying to get through these things. All right. Oh yeah, the other thing is I was asking in Adam's channel a few things about account verification was one, and the frequency of sending out emails. So I hadn't put it in here, but I think I'm going to now. That we want to require email account verification to get past the starter area. I thought about having a starter area where you can play around without having an email account or even a proper player account. If I wanted to enable guest accounts, I'd do the same thing. Where you can play around the starter area, but to get out of the starter area, you have to have a verified registered account. Maybe I should put it in here at the same time. So allow guest account to play the game up through the starting area. Require upgrade to full account, which basically means what? Registering an email. Question though, would the guest account be, should I limit it to, should I limit guest account names? I don't see a point. Maybe a guest account is the same thing, so maybe I don't need this. Maybe in this one I can say, until email is verified, treat the account as a guest account. Okay, so labels. Interface. Well, no, this isn't. This is more account security, right? Or game state and security. I'm not 100% happy with how I have labels broken down by system, because a lot of these cross systems are I'm not quite sure which system to put things in. Okay, anyway, so here are the cards from last time. I'm going to archive them now. And stuff I did between streams. I just did a few things. So the bug at the end of Friday where the backend wasn't accepting the correct password reset token, that was just a accidentally decoding the token when it shouldn't have. So I fixed that. And then this error I saw was actually a bug in the HTTP server network transport, like it says. It was continuing to try to use the connection even if we close the connection because of it being banned. Hey, the Epic Unknown. How's it going? Alright, so that's what I did between streams. Let me archive these. Alright, so this stream, it's a lot of stuff related to player accounts. So let's just get started. Allow player to change their username? Sure, why not? Actually, hold on. There's a prerequisite to that. Let's put this down here, because I think I need to have a unique number for each account in order to allow the name to be changed, because right now the name is the unique ID. I'm doing okay. I have some kind of cough still, but you know, probably leftovers from having the flu. And I'm struggling to get to stay motivated to work on this stuff. There's a lot of little things that have to be done before I can even put stuff up on the cloud. And yeah, it's just a lot of work. All right, so players delete. We can do this one. Allow players to delete their accounts. I think what I'll do is have a two-stage process where there's a delete button, and then it'll open a whole different page that says, "Are you sure?" And then you have to click yes. Or let's just have them enter something else, like their username again. Enter your username to confirm. Them little stepping stones, yeah. I have to just stay diligent, or not diligent. I have to stay, I can't remember the word. Not dedicated or diligent, but discipline. What's the adjective for discipline? Stay disciplined. Yeah. Okay, allowing players to delete their accounts. I think I'm going to focus mostly on the back end because the front end stuff, I thought about this over the weekend. Actually, I should start up the front end. I think I want to redo the front end to be all in Pixie. So player console npm start. Let me go ahead and start the other stuff too. You can go there, and then this one will be the game itself. Yeah, I'll wait for that to start up. Coordinator tests. I guess this would be profile, right? Okay. Starting up the server. So if the front end is going to have all the confirmation stuff, the back end can be pretty simple, right? Delete account. Delete player account. So add the test user, immobilize the server. There's no... So they log in, and then we'll have just a delete account. What should that do? I think what it should do is disconnect the player and remove the account. So, right, so here's the front end. So the problem I have with this front end is that it's all in HTML, CSS, and I was thinking about how will this integrate with the graphics of the game, and not very well. I think you can see that. I should probably also start up the prototype. The prototype had a similar issue. I didn't mean to open all these windows. Shoot, how to close this window? Start. And then, last but not least, this one. Stuff takes a long time to start. Okay, I'll multitask here. So while we're waiting for that, let's see. Yeah, we don't expect this. Right, let's pick this one. Yes, the coordinator connections. Client connections will be empty. And we'll check players as registered. So expect false players is registered Alex False. All right. How come it says there's nothing to do? Uh-oh. Doesn't know to rebuild this. Is this even being built? I wonder if I screwed up the build system here. Am I not even building profile? Oh, wait a minute. I'm not even building it. Shoot. How did that happen? Wow. I wonder how long that's been that way. I haven't even been building part of my tests. Hey there, Rally Monkey. Oh, good thing I found this now. Okay, so this was never even being built. Well, thank you for the bit. I guess this hasn't been built since I broke it out of the main body of tests. Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna need a whole bunch of things, all the hashing stuff. HMAC, yes. PBK. SHA-2. Hey, get another later if I'm good. Okay. Okay, that is in, whoops. Let's just steal from one of these other ones. Not this one. Probably auth player. Yes. It's where the unit tests are leveraging the utilities for the byte vector from string. Okay. Watch, some of these tests are going to fail. Oh, crap. Okay. What happened to these tests? Oh, these probably just need to be updated. 288. Right, logging in creates another journal entry now. With your login token. Probably the same thing here, right? Yes. Okay, so that is also a new log entry. So let's pull this out. Actually, I'll just do it this way. And up here, we'll wait for 2 messages. There we go. Okay, so let's check that in. Fix broken tests. And I just won't stage the last one. Unstage that one. Okay. Coordinator tests. Fix broken set of test. Borked. So profile tests were not even being built. Add them to the build system and fix all the issues caused by feature changes made since these tests were last built, which was a while ago. All right. Okay, so new test, delete player. It fails like it should. So we're going to make a delete account message. Oh, hold on. This will this will be a 2-step. Right. Okay, it's a little bit more work than I thought. Yeah, we have to, it's kind of like creating an account or changing a password. It's got to create a log entry that does it. Right, here we go. This stuff. All right, how many entries do we expect? 2, because it's leadership causes 1. Okay, the type will be destroy player. Create, destroy. Destroy is the opposite of create. We'll need a destroy player command. Alex is the name. I don't think I need anything else. Okay, so let's create the command. Command tests. Destroy player. There are no changes. No changes. All right. There we go. And then the player class itself. I mean the destroy player. So let's take create player and copy that. Destroy player. All right. Used to destroy a player in the game. Very destructive sounding command. No record. All right. And source file. Don't need any of this stuff. Very simple command. All right, so the commands header needs to include it. Hey there, bug found. How's it going? Working on player profile work today. Let's see, destroy player goes here, right? And let's add it to the build system. And then the main program has a collection of commands. Here it is. All right, try to build it. Okay, I must have mistyped something. The story player? Destroy. Destroy. Hulk smash. All right, so let's try the command tests. Here we go. I didn't expect them to fail. Let's just run everything. Oh, we need to test its execution too. Huh, I wonder why these tests are taking so long to run. That's really weird. Things are slowing down. Makes me nervous. I've had C make cause problems where it just starts to hog memory, and I've had to kill it before. Anti-malware service executable, taking up a lot of bytes. I saw this happen on Adam's stream actually once. It just kind of runs for a while and slows things down. Huh. Well, let's try again. Don't know why it got hung up. Yeah, see, it didn't get hung up that time. I have no idea why it got hung up before. Anyway, so just delete player account. So that is, and hey, just watched my VOD earlier. Did I ever consider using JWT-like token instead of the random one you're using? Store IP address, expire time in the token. I think that's on my list of things to look up. Look at later. JWT.io. Yes, that's on my list of things to look up later. Maybe I should make a real Trello card for that. And that shouldn't be starting there. Yeah, let me make a Trello card for this. Look into JWT. For security, right? I haven't felt like I needed anything specific like that because, whoa. That's weird. I must not be sitting right on my chair. Ah, that's right. My chair is slightly rotated. I haven't felt like I needed JWT-like tokens because the random ones have been fitting the need that I had so far. So, yeah, I just haven't felt like I needed anything. But I'll definitely consider it. Look into it, yes. Okay. It's in coordinator. The game server is getting kind of big. Losing my way sometimes. Okay. Actually, it's in this file here where I have the table. Here's the table. Okay, where is create? Oh, is that register? Maybe I don't want to call it destroy player. How about we'll call it unregister? Here. Oh, it is delete account. On delete account. I guess we're going to put it in profile, right? All right. Profile it is. Okay, so it's going to be another pair of functions like this. Okay. Totally cheating by copy pasting. Actually, I should just copy the whole body of the on register main one here. Or wait a second, let's pick a simpler one, like this one. If they haven't identified themselves, hang up. If they're not registered, then it's a race and you just ignore it. And yeah. Let me think about this. We'll have one of these flags. It's for if I want to wait until it's actually done to return something. Do I want it to return something? That's the question. I suppose so. Yeah, okay, so it'll be profile being deleted. Oh, it's not on register, it's on delete account. Otherwise, we forward it to the leader. And I do not need to do this. Right? Right. Hey there, Endless Soccer. How's it going? Okay, so right, so it's one of these guys. We get to here, that means it's arrived at the leader, and destroy player is the command. I'm keyboard challenged today, can you tell? I just need a username and none of this record stuff. There we go. So that should put it into the log. This should pass my test then. You're freaking out? What's wrong? How familiar am I with Node? I know how to run it, but not a whole lot else. But a lot of people in Adam's channel know how to run Node. Profile being deleted. Right, it isn't a member. We need to make it a member. That is in client record. This indicates whether or not the player is currently deleting their account. Oh, I was going to show a little bit of the prototype. Right, the prototype's running now, right? So to explain what I was saying earlier about redoing the front end. So I think one of the things I learned when I did this, why is it not running? Oh, probably because this is running. We have to quit that and run the, but I had it running in another window here. I don't. Okay, that might explain why. Let's just run it. Build iron. Okay. So this is the game view, and I kind of want the same kind of view for the real game. Only this HTML, CSS stuff doesn't really mesh well with it. So I was thinking while I was doing this prototype that really all of this stuff should be in Pixie.js as well to fit the theme. Also, I can make the entire game, the entire viewport be the Pixie arena. And then instead of doing a lot of the stuff I was doing in React, just move it into Pixie. So I think I'll do that for the real game client here as well, so that the username, password, all these buttons will be actually rendered in Pixie.js along with the game art. So I think I'm going to end up doing that. Save it and it reloads and shows the old data. When you manually refresh, it's okay. Huh. Oh, I'm dropping frames. I was skipping there. That's not your fault. It's my fault. Just drop 20 frames. Take a look at your stuff. I probably can't help, but let's take a look. So you'll save it and it reloads and shows the old data. Count my account. Are you registering the same route twice? Oh, one with post and one with get. I get it. Could it be the fact that there's when you reload it does the get instead of the post? I really have no idea. I'm sorry. You'll never know what happened to those 20 frames. It was just me looking at the frame indicator, which is usually green, it go red and thinking, huh? What does that mean? Yeah, sorry. But maybe someone else has an idea. I mean, I don't see anything obviously wrong. This session data, where is that stored? Could it have something to do with the session data? I don't know. Sorry. Okay. Right, so this is the front end now, but I'm thinking about putting this all into Pixie.js to meld better with the graphics of the game. I probably will do the prototype first. Then once I get comfortable, then I'll put it into the real UI. So I'm going to spend a little bit less time on the actual React front end stuff because I know I'm going to change it. I don't need to run it right now. Okay. Build. All right. What does this mean up here? I have no idea what that was. Anyway. Let's run this again. Oh, there are 3 journal entries. Interesting. Didn't account for one of them. Oh, right. Leadership message, then login, then delete account. So it's the 3rd one. And the username is blank. Okay, so we need to fix that. Oh, I did need the forwarding stuff, right? Hold on, let me think about this. Oh, this is different. Yeah, okay, so it's not... I got this wrong. It's not a message. It is... Well, we could forward the entire message. So it's message username. So it's just message here. Hold on, wait a minute. No, this is wrong. We don't get the username from the message. Yeah, this is wrong. Right, we get it direct. I'm C, Node, and React. I'm only using Node as a host for the front end. So I only run it to do npm start to host the React front end. That's the only thing I use Node for. Otherwise, the React it's all client side, not server side. So I know next to nothing about Node. I know how to run npm, and that I know the create React app makes a project for Node that when you start it or build it, it makes the client JavaScript files, but that's all I really know. username, so it's just username. And then this is, again, this is client.username. This is why I have unit tests, to make sure I don't do stupid things like that. Yay, okay. So like those other tests are doing, we need to also test that it gets forwarded correctly. Forwarded to leader, forwarded from leader, and successful deletion after the fact. Delete player account, forwarded to leader, and forwarded from leader, and successful deletion after delete player account. Really useful site is opennode.io. What's that? Cloud application platform. Oh, running Node like hosted. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. Let me put it in my notebook. There we go. I need to go for about 30 seconds to let the cat in. He is scratching at the door. I'll be right back. I'll just blank the camera. Kitty wanted out, and then he wanted back in. Of course, Kitty is the master. Scroll down a little bit. Zoop. Oh, in the docs. Ah, cool. So it's more than just Node.js. They also host a lot of other things. Docker, ooh. Cool, cool. It's all through Docker, I see. Yeah, all right. Nice. How much does it cost? Oh, look, there you have the CAPTCHA. How much does it cost? Is it... Let's see, if I sign up... I gotta enter my email address? How about frequently asked questions? Do you have for free hosting? Yes. Ooh. Here we go, pricing page. Free for open source. 100 megabytes memory, okay. That's not that bad, is it? It's for tiny apps though, right? 100 megabytes. Okay, here we go to the serious ones. Interesting. Cool, 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 cool. Looks good to me. All right, so delete player cut forwarded to leader. All right, so this is the leader stuff, and it's this delete account we want forwarded. So we expect it to be forwarded with the username in there. Oh, I don't think I did that correctly, by the way. I removed that code. This player... We have to log in first, don't we? Yeah, what? This isn't gonna work. Oh, I have to... Hold on. Copy this from somewhere else. Oh, it was create player? Yeah, okay, so we have to do the login. The login. this login after we connect. And it is Alex is the name forwarded. All right, so this will be Alex. Support is really quick, about 30-minute response time. I don't know what constitutes quick or slow for that kind of thing. 30 minutes sounds kind of slow to me, but maybe it's fast. I don't know. Delete there. All right, so here we expect the delete destroy player with Alex as the username. Right? Player login. And then delete account. Talking about mail, not phone. Yeah, I understand. I just have no experience. I don't know if it's fast or slow. All right, so here's where we're going to have to simulate the actual execution of the command. So we don't have a method for that now. I guess we'll make it remove instead of add. All right, so what do we expect back? This will already be in there from before. Let's remove this stuff. Actually, you know what we'll do is we'll send back a delete account succeeded, and then expect that it'll still stay connected. So I guess I can leave this in here. They're still connected, but if they don't re-identify or disconnect within that interval, they'll get banned. Should probably have a test for that, right? I don't think I need to have this thing, do I? Okay. Oh, actually, if I remove that, then I should do this, right? Player, wait for messages. And expect 2 messages here. Right, so second message. What do I want to say back to the client? Let me look at the other things that the client can get. I guess it'd be something result, right? So delete account result. And I guess it's success. True. All right. And then I need to add the remove to players. Players tests. Any one of these will do. Remove. Actually, I have an add, right? Yes. Okay. Actually, let's model it after change. Is that what I already did? Yes. Okay, so remove player 1 name. What's this player's? Okay. How come it's... Oh, it let me index it before. Right, it's got an index operator. Right. So we'll just use the is registered. Players dot is registered. No longer registered after we remove it. Okay. Players dot h. Too many files. Let's put it next to add. What's that add-in called on our git lens? That is CMake. The CMake plugin. Very useful for me. I feel like my chair isn't straight today. Remove the given player. This is the name of the player. This is the name of the player to remove. This whole players thing is probably going to be replaced by a database at some point. Okay, we want publish on change as well. And records erase username. Don't care about what it returns. All right. I think I knew that would be failed. Ooh, this one crashed. That one crashed as well. They fixed the forwarded problem. Pretty sure that's because... Because why? Because I'm supposed to set the username and I'm not. Right here. Where I forwarded the... I have to create a forwarded message. Why type it again when you can copy it? Here it is. So that should fix the forwarding one. No. Didn't. Oh, okay. Why do I keep getting that wrong? Oh, it didn't do it. Oh, that's the forwarded from. Okay, this one should... No, it's still broken? Why? This is the one, though, right? Account. Forwarded to. Let's debug it. Try. Oh, why is it doing simulate captcha success? Oh, yeah, it shouldn't go there. That was a copy-paste error. Remove that. I wonder if that's what's causing the other one to die as well. Have a simulate captcha success in there somewhere? No? Message never arrived. Huh. Oh, it has to include the name, doesn't it? Oh, no, forwarded to leader. Forwarded to leader. Oh, peer. Oh, that's right. Server to server messages have another table. I forgot to update that. See, this is why I have unit tests. Keep me on my toes. So there needs to be a server to server message for a delete account. Right. So it goes there. And yes, so that there needs to be another overload. A server one. this one. Actually, what is this? Yeah, from a follower, exactly. Alrighty. And then this one has a brother. Another overload. And it's just yeah, it just calls it by retrieving the username from the message. Just like that. Still not working. Okay, why not? It never receives it. I don't know why. Okay, that should have been routed into here. It never did. Why not? Let me put the breakpoint up here. Did the build fail? Hold on. Did I just miss that? Oh, it did. Good catch. I am not very observant today, I guess. 75. Which one? Is it this one? Oh, server. There we go. Now I'm going to look carefully. Yes, it built successfully. Still failing though. Okay. Let's try debugging. All right. Not logged in. Did I forget to do the login for that test? I did the login. Weird. Huh. Am I running the correct one? Forwarded to leader. Oh, yeah, forwarded to leader, yeah. I did the login there. Okay. Login should have hit here. Bad password. Oh, wait a minute. Am I supposed to add the user account? I think I forgot to do. I think that's part of the test. Each test has got to add the user. Yeah, add test user. I forgot to do that. Shoot. All of these ones have to have that. I smart. I know how to make my own tests. Not. There we go. That one passes too. Okay, this one doesn't. We don't get a delete. Oh, right, because it's not. I didn't write that code yet. On the successful deletion, it comes back to profile. Profile, here we go. The on players changed. Right here. Yeah, I could probably do this better. I'm chaining a lot of if-elses. I'm wondering if I should just, instead of having a flag, I should have a delegate that we just call. And the delegate would each delegate would do a different thing here. Would be the bodies of these else ifs. So it's profile being deleted. Let's put it up near profile being changed. Client.second.profile being deleted is false. And here we will do client.second.username clear. And delete account. Result true. Not getting sent. Okay, did it get that far? No. It should have when it got to here. Remove is supposed to publish on change. So it should have gotten... Hold on. Let's see if it gets that far. It did. Okay, so what's going on here? Oh, because they've been removed. Yes. Okay, so I need to do this that check specially, I guess. Okay, fine. We can do that. So this is moved, basically, into here. So if the player is not even registered, we'll see, was there a client that used to have that account? If so, then do that. Actually, shouldn't all these have breaks in them? Shouldn't there be a break at the end of each of these? Because if we found the user... Actually, what happens if the same player is connected twice? Do I even want to allow that? Let me put this on a card. Consider. Disallow multiple logins from same player. Currently, if you log into the same account from multiple clients and change any profile information, like deleting the account, right? Hold on. I want to say this. Actually, it's going to be a problem. It's a bug. Let me think about this. How do I want to handle this? There's two problems, right? One or either of these two problems can happen. One is that... Actually, can I have it auto number with that? I think I can. The wrong response message could be sent to a client if that client requested a different profile change. And the second one would be Deleting one, well, a client may continue to be logged in as a player who no longer exists, or yeah, that's really basically it. Ooh, that's not how you do it. So yeah, how do you do the markup for? Should I just do that? Will it auto number it though? Yes, it auto numbers. Nice. You hate JS. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think I don't want to allow it. So this is an interface and yeah, it's an interface problem. I think what we'll do is we'll, just like in World of Warcraft, if you try to log in from a second account, or from a second client, it just disconnects your first one. Damn async things, huh? Well, async is a language agnostic thing, right? They're async in lots of different languages. Is it that you're forced to use async in JavaScript? Maybe it's the async you hate, not the JavaScript. Was that the problem though? You had some async stuff going on? Okay, I think we'll just keep that. Make sure this works. I'll work on that other problem later. Found the bug. Well, that's a good thing. Thanks for the follow on Empty80. Okay, the username is blank. Oh, wait a minute. That expectation is wrong. 824, right? Yeah, that shouldn't be. It should be that. Test was wrong. Cool. Okay, so all of the logic is in place to delete accounts. I'm not going to bother with the front end today, actually. Mostly it's going to be a C++ day. Maybe I should change my stream title to say C++. I actually kind of feel like doing that. Let me do that. I'm going to go and remove the React part of my stream title. Updated. There we go. Just says C++ now. Alrighty. All this stuff just to allow account deletion from the back end. Yep. So, add account deletion mechanism. Async in JS is like threaded programming in C or C#. Is it? I thought it was like coprocessors or like coroutines in Python. Is it not like that? It looked when I started doing async stuff in Python with coroutines, and then I looked at some stuff in JS. It looked similar. I could be wrong though. Coroutines, as in it's still one thread. It's just you have an event loop that runs your routines when they're ready to run. Yes, you do know if it's threaded or not. Usually you have to do it yourself anyway, right? Or it shows up in the debugger. Actually, what does it show up in the debugger in JavaScript when you're doing async? Can you see threads or not? All right, so what's next? We're done with account deletion for now. Client logout. Okay, so actually this was a front end thing, wasn't it? Oh, no, we can just do the backend only part of this. So a logout message would remove the login token. Got it. So it's kind of like the opposite of login. You don't know Python? You should take a look at Python. Okay, just getting my bearings here. I guess this would be profile again, right? I think I'll just make it part of like just like I'll take the login tests and duplicate it and make it log out. Or was it an auth that I did this? Can you do server-side Python? I think you can, like with Django, right? Or is it, there's another one called Turbo Gears that I remember using where you could do Python on the server side. You hate Python. I'm sorry. I think this is it right here. Yes, that we get a token. And that only works because we're logged in. I think I was lazy here and I had it log into only the server. I mean, that leader. I don't have it testing logging into a follower. I suppose I can just do the same thing, right? Yeah, let's just do the same thing. Be a little cheating. Only test log out from the follower or from the leader. Okay, here we go. So log out from leader. Let's do leader and follower. Hey there, said who? How's it going? Shout out. I'll give a shout out to said who. Said who 12 streams shader stuff from time to time and also plays games. So check out his stream. Log out from leader. So we don't need this stuff. Add the test user. I don't need that. Log in. And I guess the act will be we log out, right? Was it said who I recommended you? Said who I recommend for if you want to learn more about shaders. But about Python or JavaScript, I don't know. Yes. Said who's the one I just shouted out for streaming shader stuff from time to time. I kind of violated my own rules here. Did asserts and expects instead of an act. Well, said who you'll get better as you do it more. So I just as a decision I made a while ago, like anyone who's in my channel that is also a streamer, I just shout out if I think other people might want to watch them. Okay, I think the act is we'll do a log out, which is sending a message. Player send message, right. Player send text message. JSON, this I've been putting in its own line. To encode. Actually, we don't do the to encoding part, do we? Right, we don't. So it'll be type log out. And then the assert, we get two entries. The first one is the leadership thing. The second one is a changed profile, Alex, with a token which is an empty string, I think I'll do. So assert that it is equal to 0 in length. And I won't check an expiry. Then we do the well, do I need to do the change profile? I don't think we do. I don't think it matters. Well, hold on. No, that's a different test. Okay, I'll leave that separate. So we'll expect that their username gets cleared out. And receive one message, right? Actually, when they log in, they'll receive a token, right? So there will be 2 messages. Actually, there'll be 3 messages. It's a login status, and then the token, and then the third one will be a logout. So JSON object for messages 2. Logout status? How about we'll do login status again? And it'll be, hold on, let me search for this. Bad password, weak password, logged in. We'll just do logged out. How about that? Yeah, said who either will make a shader by himself or he'll take existing shaders out there and kind of tweak them and play with them. And I just think it's interesting. I don't know anyone else who streams playing around with GPU shaders, so it's there's a lot of math involved, but I think it's a fun way to work with math or to learn math. Is you actually get to draw stuff. If I ever were to teach math, I think I would teach it through graphics. All right, so we're ready to test this, right? So this is, where did I put this? I guess I decided to put it in auth. Here it is, logout. Oh, it's only receiving 1 message. Oh, right. Okay, never mind. It is not going to receive 3. It's going to receive 2. Because it only receives a token if we created a token. Right. Well, thank you, Endless Soccer. I think I have a lot of flaws. One reason why I'm streaming is to try to get better. Hold on, what's the deal here? Oh, it will append one to make the token, right? So there are 3 of them we got to look at. And my tests aren't so good. They're like the test for logout has to deal with the fact that we have to log in first. I just don't like how messy this test is. James D. Halliday, I don't know. But I'll just assume that that's a compliment. All right, so yeah, it's not generating anything. So we need to make the logout message. So yes, that would be in auth. Actually, we need to put it into the message table. Log in, log out. not here. Here. Well, I might as well put logout next to login, huh? Actually, I just copy login. That's what I'll do. Log out. Okay. I guess what we should do is ignore it. Like we do change password or all this if they're not registered, right? That's not the right place. Oh, it's just more than that. They have to be logged in. Okay. They have to be logged in. If they're not logged in, we hang up on them. Okay. So actually it's going to be very, very similar to this, only there's not going to be a bad password. I guess this would be if there was a race. So we'll just say logged out. Actually, let's just always send the log out. And first, if they... Okay, let's do a couple things. Let's always log them out. And if the username is registered, we're going to clear any token they had. I don't think we need any of this stuff. Yeah, we're going to replace all this stuff, right? Actually, where's the stuff where I actually make a token? You can afford 2 minutes, 30 seconds? What? Oh, a trailer for, oh, is it a Ready Player One reference? I haven't watched that movie yet. Yeah, I've heard that it's different from the book. It's on my list of movies. I don't see movies that often, but if I were to see a movie, that would probably be one I would go watch. Because I've heard good things about it. Where did I actually generate the token? It must have been here. Oh, generate login token. There's what we did. Maybe I want to have the same kind of thing. Yeah, let's have a clear login token under profile. So it would be... Hold on. How come that's not matching? Oh, that's on generate. Okay. Okay, it's going to be the same kind of mechanism. Wait a minute. Why is this the same? Is it just being sloppy here? I think guy's being sloppy. Oh, thanks for the follow. GPS Patty. Okay. This one does do forwarding. This one does not. Or does it? Hold on, let me think about this. Oh, I see. One was right, we either have the client record directly or we have to look up what is this? Now, either way, we look up if we're the follower or the leader of the cluster. I must have been two different contexts in which we have the IP address. We either have it or we get it from the client record. Why did I do it that way? Oh, because we're storing that. That's why. Something like that. I see. My apologies for not getting the name quite right. I don't know if I'll need these overloads. Let's just, hold on. Yeah, let me just put it where let me just call it right here. So it's clear login token. I guess we only need one parameter. Oh, I think this was, okay. This was inside of a callback that we do after we handle a CAPTCHA. That's why it looked weird. Okay, so let me think about this. Yeah. Gonna be like generate, only it takes just a username. There's no IP address. Let me just put it down here. Clear any login token for the given user. If the server is the cluster leader, otherwise request the leader clear the login token. There we go. So this is clear login token just to username. Then profiles CPP is this. And this kind of a thing. If the leader is known and we're the leader, if they're not registered, return. We don't need to do the expiry. We do a change profile. The changes are the token is an empty string. And they don't need this. Yeah, just do that. Otherwise, we're going to forward a message. Clear login token. I need to have a server-to-server message as well. Server-to-server message called clear login token. Actually, these are not in alphabetical order. These should go up here, right? And yeah, and then D comes before G. Clear login token. Okay, so I need a server style. This one. So this, but for clear. All right. Aight. And it calls the other overload. Clear login token, message username. Okay. That should go up here, which should go in and do that. Didn't work. Okay, I'm not in the right file. I should be an auth player. 1470. Expect 2 messages to be sent. Only 1 was sent. All these other things happen, though. Oh, right. We should get a logged out in response to the, Actually, we should just get it right away. Actually, didn't I do that? What happened to that? Is it because it's not waiting long enough? I think that's what it is. So we will do a wait. Player. Wait for messages. That returns something, right? Yeah. Should we just do an assert? True, then that takes the place of this 2 here. As long as I say 2 appear. Oh, it's different. It's not login. It's also a type. Login status. I got this wrong. There we go. That's what it is. Okay, see you in the soccer. I'm distract you, huh? I'm sorry. Yeah, I had the same problem when I watch other dev streamers too. If I really need to focus, I can't be streaming. I understand. That's fine. All right, so we can log out now. Yay. Go ahead and check that in. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not done. I'm not done. Am I? The players, we need to make sure it does the correct thing. Players. Oh, you know what? Also, I forgot to do the executor for deleting accounts. Yeah, I need to do that. Let's do the players test first, though. Having a very bad bug. Is it a shader bug? Wait a minute. No. Players test. Here we go. Okay, so it's like change login token. It's a clear login token. If the token is empty string, then we should have empty string for the token, and we should also have, it should also clear out the IP address and put the expiry back to 0. That means I need to put something in there to begin with, so let me think about this. I think where I set it up, I can do that, right? Let's do a change. Player 1 name. We'll put some stuff in there. This. Token will be some such token. IP address is somewhere. Expiry, I don't know, 17.8. Why not? So this will fail. I want to see it fail. There we go. Fails. It's a Vulkan bug. You're doing DLL loading properly, but you still have issues. Doesn't create the instance with -6 error. Huh. It's like a DLL loading problem. Alright, so... Right, it didn't clear the expiry. That's exactly what I wanted it to fail on. So in the players class, where we set the token, we'll have some special clause here. If player auth token empty, then player auth IP address for token clear and player auth token expiry equals 0. That's what I wanted. And yay, it works. Let's run all the tests. Never mind, it's not a problem? Okay. That just means you've solved it all already. I'll accept that. You solved your problem right away. Good job. Okay, now we can check this in. So this is add a means of logging out, clearing login token. All right. That's what users expect when they log out, is that any login token they might have had is cleared. It is, but it's because the error's out if you can't find the debug layers. Okay. It errors out if it can't find the debug layers, but still errors if you don't request any. Okay. Right, I needed to make sure the executor handles that new command I added. The destroy player command, right? Destroy player. Okay, so let's go to the executor test. Okay, it could be any one of these tests, so I'll just duplicate this one. Destroy player. Destroy Alex. Alice, I mean. Is Alice the name of the test user I have in the setup? I don't see any test user. This test assumes that Alice exists and we're setting the password. Is that what this mobilize does? No? So where is players initialized? Oh, it's a mock. Oh, no, the journal is mocked, but there's real players. Players. So where do we create the initial account? Huh, we don't. Interesting. So a set password creates the player? Is that what's going on? Let me test that. Yeah, I think that's why I did this. But really, this is an odd way to do it. Hold on, let me comment this out. I just want to understand what this set password test was doing. So it's going to go into the executor. On set password. And it's going to go into the player's set password. And the player records are empty. Oh, so it does create a player as a side effect. Okay. It's sort of a brittle test then, right? This test is expecting that you can set the password for a non-existent user and it causes that user to be created. I'd rather just create the user to begin with. So that would be in setup. Yeah, in setup, just to add a new player. Alice. It's const reference. So player realm server player record. Alice dot. Do I need anything in there? I actually don't don't think I need anything. We'll just have a blank record. There. Now I feel more comfortable. That should not break any of my executor tests. Is it running them? Did it just run them really fast? Huh, okay. And when I run that test specifically, Alice starts out in there. Okay, good. All right, so let's clear. Let me clear all my breakpoints here. All right, so we have a Alice account. So if I destroy them, I should expect false that players is registered Alice. So right now the test should fail because Alice is created during setup and the executor doesn't actually execute that command yet. Cool. All right, so that's good. So let's change that. All right, so it's in response to destroy player. We'll have an on destroy player. And we will call remove that username. Now it passes. Cool. Check it in. Update or just executor. Executor. Handle destroy player. Commands. Alrighty. So we added logout. Yeah, we already did this. That's done. Okay, next. Require reCAPTCHA to request password reset. That's a front-end thing, isn't it? Actually, all these are front-end things. Let me move that to not do it today. I don't feel like doing React stuff today. This is backend work. So is that. And so is that. So yeah, we'll do these three. Might run out of things to do, but that's okay. What I can do is tinker around in the prototype with doing the login stuff through, or doing UI stuff through the through Pixie. That's what I can do with my spare time. Okay, assign unique numbers. I wanted to do this so that you can change your name. Right now the name is the key, so instead the key will be some kind of unique ID. Question is, how are we going to come up with these unique IDs? Unless it's something that the players has to store. The database would do this for me. So players is sort of my substitute for the database for now. So I guess that's what it will do. All right, so new number. This affects a bunch of things, doesn't it? Go to players tests. Work on this first, I guess. So actually, this changes a lot, doesn't it? Because all these keys, like change profile, it should be the ID, right? Actually, I guess it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to be. Okay, so we'll just introduce. Yeah, we'll just introduce an ID. Hold on a minute. Wait, so players has a map from name to record. I suppose it's okay to continue making it map from username because I want the usernames to be unique as well. Do I even really need a unique number? I don't know if I do. Let me put that back to, that just might be an artifact of the database. Let me put that back to consider. Put it there, please. No, I can't put it there. I can't drop it there? Oh, now it's working. Trello messing up. Yeah, put it right there. I'll consider that later. Changing the username. Okay, let's just do that one. All right, changing username. That, I guess, would be another command because it changes a key. Can't just be a change to the profile. Well, actually, it could be. Yeah, we can make it use the profile changing. Let's do it from the players. Let's do the players aspect first. So it would be like clear login token, kinda. Change username. Change profile, and it would be username was Alice, right? Or was player one name? Change it to Pepe. So what do we expect? False that players is registered Alice. But true, and this needs to be a hard expectation, right? Players is registered Pepe. I need to store something else that I can get. Actually, let's just store the email address, right? The email's already in there. So that shows, so player one email. Should be what we get if we do players, player one name, email. All right. So, see that fail? Fix it. Players. Change profile. If changes has username. Then, actually, let's do that last. Question would be, do we publish a change with the old username or the new one? This would be a lot easier if we handled it through IDs, wouldn't it? I think it would be the new one, so let's just actually break this up. So if we're not changing the username, it's that. But if we are, let's do change his username. And then we will do this. So impl records changes username equals player. And void impl records erase username. So duplicate the record under the new name, remove the old name, publish a change to the new one. I guess we could publish both. Yeah, we can do that. Ooh, an exception thrown. Oh, it unlocks and it doesn't relock. Yes, so that we need to fix. That's the first time I've actually called it twice. All right. It did not add it. Why not? Let's see. Changes. Username. Hold on. Did it not cast that correctly? Oh, it's sorry. It's changes username. That's what it is. Glad I have unit testing. And the email. Oh, hold on. That's a bad test, right? It should be players Pepe. Email. There we go. Let's try that. Yay. Okay, we can change the username at the players level. So actually wouldn't the rest of the backend just naturally use the change profile? Yeah. I think that's all I need to do. Support changing player name. Players. Support changing player name. Username. There we go. Actually, hold on. What would the profile do on change profile? Oh, this is only allowing you to change the email. Actually, no, this is only checking the email is acceptable. Actually, it should only do this if the email is being changed, right? What does this email acceptable do? Oh, it just checks to see if it's okay. Doesn't do much right now. Really should only do this if the changes has email in it, though. Okay, I can improve this a little bit. Okay. Make a test first. Auth player. Okay, where did I check the email? I don't. Is that not here? Let me think. Let me see. Huh. Oh, here we go. Change profile. Okay, I guess I don't have a test for bad emails. Interesting. When we do get a bad email, what does it say? Bad email address. Okay. Oh, we do. I do have a check. Reject overly long email addresses. Okay. I also want to have empty. Actually, no. Do we want to allow them to clear their email address out? To unregister their email? Maybe not. Maybe allow them to do it, but how do I make a test to make this fail if there is no email? Actually, what I guess it doesn't matter. Empty email address is acceptable, so yeah, I just leave it. Yeah, I need to have a test for if they decide to change their username as part of their profile change. Let's put that in here. I guess we'll have to have a whole set of tests. So all these, right? Well, hold on. The forwarded I don't really need. What does forwarded from leader actually do again? Okay. I guess I just need these two. All right. I actually don't even need this one, do I? Yes. I don't need that one at all. Okay, so this one will be new name. Username changed. Changed. Username changed. Yeah. Username changed. Okay, so new username is Pepe. So it was Alex, now it's Pepe. So change profile changes their username, new username. I don't need this. change. Wait a minute. Why do I have this and that? Oh, this is to simulate that it's actually changed. Right. And then I don't need this. Don't need that. We're going to wait for a number of messages, right? There's our initial login, and we get a token as well, right? Let me think about this. No, we don't get a token. It's only if the token is set in the profile. So expect 2 messages. One will be the initial login, and then actually I don't care. I don't care about that stuff. The only thing I really care about is the client's name changed. That would be, where do we do the get client connections? This one. So I really only care about this, that it is Pepe now. All right. See it fail. No, profile. Right, so it fails because it's not changed. So let's fix that. That is on player changed, right? And it happens if there's a profile change in process. So profile being changed, right? And so we'll say if, actually let's just update the username, right? So client, oh wait a minute, the username won't match. Ooh, I see a bug. This is only checked here, but not here or here, or oh, that's bad. Ooh, yes, this is bad. Shoot. Yeah. Crap. So it's like if Alex is waiting to change their password, and then Bob comes in and does something else, it'll tell Alex, "Oh yeah, your password's been changed or your profile's been changed," even though the change was to Bob, not Alex. Shoot. Bug. Two player changes can be confused. So if 2 player changes are pending, when the first completes, the second change, how do I word this? The second change is can be incorrectly acknowledged because the username that changed, username of the player which changed, is not checked for all client changes, for all clients that are expecting changes. Label. This is a bug in the game state. All right, I'll fix that in a different piece of work. So I will need a flag then. I mean, more than a flag. I'll need to do it like this. So it will be. I guess it'll be the new name, right? How do we prevent two players from trying to pick the same name simultaneously? That's another thing to add, or is it a bug? What happens right now in the players? Actually, it would be the executor, right? On change, well, it's going to be change profile on players. It's just going to overwrite. Actually, it's going to destroy the first player. Yeah, that's a bug. So if two players simultaneously change their names to the same name, the first player's record is destroyed. More labels. Game state. Why is it doing that? I don't know. Took a bit to catch up, I guess. All right. So for now, I'll just assume I fix that so that we only allow one name change to occur at a time. So it's profile change. Yeah. Hold on. Right. If actually we'll just assign the name. Second dot username equals player dot or username. Cool. So those other bugs notwithstanding, this is working now. Coordinator. Pick up new username if changed. I don't feel like addressing those bugs I found right now. Although maybe I should. Okay, we allow them to change their names. With some bugs notwithstanding. Add account creation less login times. Okay, we can do that. Because every time we log in, we're changing the profile anyway to set a token. And same thing with account creation, we're making the account. So in both places, we can just cache the time. Right? So that would be part of profile tests. Right, create new player account. I guess it would need to be part of the command, wouldn't it? It's actually part of the record. So we'll modify this existing test. So we will set the time. Mock timekeeper. Current time is, I don't know, 16. And register we'll expect that command to come back out. And expect equal lock timekeeper current time for the command record dot creation time. Let's expect it to for both creation time and last login time. Yeah, that's all we're going to track for now. So we're adding them here. This is, whoops, center please. This is the time according, actually, do I have any other times in here? I do. The time according to the service timekeeper when this account was created. The time when a client last logged into this account. All right. Urgh. So we changed the profile, create new player account test. There we go. So need to store it. So that is in profile, right? On create, or is it on register? On register. I think it's here. Right, so we'll just create player record dot creation times now, and the same thing with last login. Now is impl timekeeper get current time. All right, let's create new player. Now when they log in, successful log, okay, not that one. I guess it would be auth, right? When they authenticate and log in. Login registered user correct password. Here, change profile. So let's advance. So add the test user, then actually we already advanced the time. So, right, we can expect it here, right? So there's the token stuff. So expect or assert true command. Actually, this says, I guess we can just make an expect. Changes has a login, last login time. Expect near 5.0. Double command changes last login time. Within a certain amount of, because account for floating point error. Whoops. All right. Oh, I should also have the players thing do the right thing. This one was login registered user under auth. Correct password. Here we go. Okay, and then fix it. Auth. Log in. It's on successful login. We should do it, right? Right. Oh, hold on. No. It's on generate login token. We should do it. Generate login token. Because we'll just pass it along with the token. So last login time is impl timekeeper get current time. Yay. Okay. And then a couple other places where we log in as a side effect, right? There's when we already did the creating an account. I guess there's only one other place, right? Where that's where we log in with a password reset. So log in success when set password committed. So let's expect. Oh, wait a minute. This doesn't even set the token either. Maybe leave this one for later. No, we should just do it. So we should expect both a token, both a login token and a last login to be appended. So let me copy that from the test we just did. This one. No, that wasn't it. That's not it. This one. Right, so it's this entry we'll expect. We'll expect a profile change with a token and a last login time. Right? Here. Okay, so we'll expect a set password. So I guess it's 3 then. Need another entry here. Set password. Actually, set password entry, and this is set password command. Hey, not Zane. I am adding in random things that are missing from the login system for my game. Command. There we go. So I want set password command. Then this entry is different. This is going to be a change profile entry. And here's command. Change profile command. Token expiry. Yeah, we should compute that, shouldn't we? That needs all this stuff, too. Actually, this has a default, right? That would be in common. No? Okay, well, I guess we'll set it up here. And then get it here. So that is where we do it here. A lot of things we're expecting, aren't there? So we're expecting that the password's set, that they get a login token, that it has a login time, and this should be whatever the time is, current time. And this just simulates the setting of the password. It doesn't do the other. The other stuff I don't need to double check. All right. Login success when set password. All right. Let's add the. It should just be a one-liner actually. It says generate. We just want to generate a login token when they set their password. On set password. Is that it? I guess it is. So after we set the password, then we also generate a login token. I don't have a client though. Oh, I didn't require a client always, right? I had an overload that didn't require a client. IP address. I need the IP address or the client. What do I have from here? I don't have either one. Okay, what am I gonna do? I guess I won't call it from here. So we'll call it from somewhere else. On set password. It all gets funneled into here. But I need to know which client we're changing it on. I need to know what IP address. I guess I can include it with the message. Yeah, we can just do IP address. I can include that for this one. This one will just it'll have to be included. Right, message, and then message IP address. This will be IP address. I'm pretty sure I've done this before in this file. Maybe not. Okay. I don't have IP address anywhere else here. And did I do it under profile maybe? I did. Yes. Okay. So we're going to get it from the message if it's forwarded. So that means I have to remember to forward it here. And that means it's forwarded message. How's it been going today for me? So for you, errands and tax returns have kept you busy. Yuck. I thought tax returns is something you like to do. Errands, I could agree that yuck, yeah. It's been going okay. I'm just, I found a bunch of bugs I just don't feel like fixing right now, and it's sort of boring stuff for you guys, I think. But I'm trying to trudge through and get through it. So much fun, those tax returns, I see. Okay, why did onset password not forward? Why is this not forwarding the username in it? Oh, it doesn't need to because they authenticate using the token. We did the token check up here, right? Yes. So it's already been pre-authorized. But yeah, the IP address is not included, so we need to include that. IP address is the client's IP address. So it's forwarded so that when it arrives here, we can recover it and then send it in. This other one needs to then include it directly. Client IP address. Okay, now we have the IP address, and we can generate a token. Good. Yay. Okay, so we get last login time changed along with the token. I guess I should probably rename this, right? Let's rename generate login token to be something else. Because it's going to do two things now. Sets a login token and updates the last login time. So more generically, it's just login event, right? Player login. So what if I just call it player login? Player login. Boom. Changed everywhere. Let's see if it makes sense everywhere. This is the kind of thing that can confuse IntelliSense, by the way. It builds, but the IntelliSense is confused. Maybe it just needs some time to recover. I guess that makes more sense now, yes? I wonder if this should just call that, actually. What does auth successful one do? Aha, yes. So, are we not calling that when we set the password? Because this is on normal login. What happens if we set the password? Okay. You won't be able to solve it? I'm sorry. Okay, yes. I need to change this, right? Whoa, hold on a second. I think the dog just puked on the floor. I need to go clean that up. I'll be right back. cleaned it up. If you get it quick, then it's not a problem. It's if you let it sit there on the carpet that you have issues. All right. Yeah, I was going to change the wording of this, right? This should probably be log out as well. Player log out. Let me fix this one first. Record that the player with the given username has logged in from the given client. Generate a new login token. Well, that's detail. We don't need to include the detail. Okay. All right. Have a good night, Setu. Okay, I'm gonna have the same comment for the other overload of it. Record that the player with the given username is logged in from the given IP address. Actually, what does that function do? Let me check. Oh, right. Yes. If it's our client, we do that. Otherwise, it could be someone else's client, and we're just changing the profile. Got it. Okay. Yeah, we're good. So I should be very clear about this. Actually, that's fine. We can say that. Okay, so clear. Hold on. Did I get all these correct? This is not what it does. That's not client. Handle the receipt of a message from another server. Because it's a server message there. Okay, so the clear login token. I think I'm going to rename that one to player log out. Yep. Okay, so it's the same kind of deal. Record the player with the given username has logged out. And this is from another server. Okay. Yeah, all we need to do is clear the token. Got it. Don't need an IP address. All right. I'm going to go with that. Let's run all the unit tests to make sure. Run them all. Meanwhile, assuming it's good. Oh, I didn't check that in first. That's fine. I should probably reorder that, right? Oh, something's failing. Disallow weak passwords. Okay, first things first, I wanted to fix that. The order of these messages, I want to keep them alphabetical. That one's an oddball. I'll have to fix that some other time. Right, here we go. So, log in, out. Okay. Actually, before I check this in, I should look at that broken test. This is an auth player. Line 1161. So we're expecting 6 entries, instead we get 7. Oh, we're getting extra entries for when we log in, I guess, right? Oh yeah, because we're resetting. So we're gonna get 2 entries, right? The new password and then the login token. So this just needs to be a 2. And does it really only care about the first one? I think we only care about the first one. Yeah, these tests are sort of coupled, and I need to maybe try to decouple these. Ooh, that's some other ones broken. Oh, right. That changed too. Yep. That's now 3 entries instead of 2. And the set password will be the second one, yes. And this is probably the same thing, right? 258. Yep. Resetting the password, so it's 3. Kind of being lazy about it. The fact that I had to put 3 there, it's because of a side effect I really don't care about. The right thing to do would probably be to not have this assert at all, but actually just loop through the entries and find the set password one. That's the one we care about. Make sure it's in there and that it has these things in it. But I just don't feel like doing it right now. Procrastinating. I don't know. How many programmers are procrastinators? Would it be a majority? Are most people procrastinators? I definitely procrastinate. I'm like, I should write this test better, but changing that to a 3 to make it pass just appeals to me right now. Okay, so 2 things, right? So actually 3 things. So introduce creation login times. Can I do this as separate check-ins? Possibly. Let me see. Because I cannot include those changes at first. Just include that one. Actually, no, that one was not in there. That one goes along with set password, right? That's too much work. Let's just say introduce login creation times for players. Generate login token when password is reset. And that's it, right? Oh no, rename generate login token to player login. And then the other one too. Rename clear login token to player log out. So this is changes related to player login logout. All right. Just getting through it. Done. Okay, so I've done all the things I felt like doing today. And I got another hour and a half to go. So I could tackle something else, or I could do cleanup. Maybe I should just do cleaning up. Do some refactoring. So like this lazy stuff I can improve. How many times do I do this base 64 on code? I do it a bunch. Okay, sometimes we're encoding a token, other times we're encoding a password hash, which if we do that enough times, I could refactor that out. Yeah. Let's refactor that out. So sometimes we're expecting the hash, sometimes we're not. And either way, this is a big enough thing that we can make into a helper. Hold on. Let me search for this globally. Okay, so it should probably be part of the common, right? Yeah, and this already does it. So let's make that part of the common here. So we'll add, next to add test user, I think. It will be, what does it return? The string? Compute password hash. And it needs the password and the salt and the iterations. Right? Password. Salt and iterations. All right. Test user. Here. Just pull this out. Put that here. Have it returned it. Password goes here. Salt goes here. Iterations goes here. Cool. So now I get to call compute password hash everywhere this is called. Within the tests, not hash tests. Here. That's actually the real deal, not the test. Code salt? Huh. Anyway. Yeah, so here. It's going to be that. Hunter 2 salt iterations. Dead code. Getting rid of dead code. Okay. New password. Okay, need to be a little smarter about this one. This much. There. And Alex auth iterations. So still some work, but maybe not as much. And is this the same? No. This is different. Goes there. And this is that. Otherwise, it's the same. New password, decode. Yeah, okay. This is different. New password. This is, we don't base 64 this one. Interesting. How come we're decoding some and not other, base 64 decoding some commands and not others? I'll have to look at that in a second. I had a bug like that over the weekend where I was decoding it when I shouldn't have been. Again, this is decoding it. I wonder if there's a bug. The one that's not decoding it, perhaps. Actually, if it's for the salt, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's paired, they do the same thing in both places. All right, test vector password. Otherwise, it's okay. This is different. All right. Couple more places. This is old hash, not hash. Correct battery horse staple is the password. Old salt. Player auth iterations, okay. Hash is test vector password. Base64 decode of the command salt. Player record auth iterations, okay. Okay, this can go here. Expand, please. There we go. Compute hash of password. Decode that salt. Get those iterations. All right. Hopefully I didn't break too many things. I broke something. I break. Compute password hash identifier not defined. Oh, command test is not inheriting from the base one. Okay, so that just means I need to take that compute password hash and make a copy of it. This guy. This guy. Hey there, playing with scissors. Yeah, sure, you can lurk here. You are allowed to lurk here. Alright, so command tests also needs this helper. Command tests, where are... Oh, okay, so it's not even in a fixture, so we just put it right here. And it's not in common. There's another copy of that. How many of those do I have lurking around? There's the main one in utilities, which I should pick from. I think this is just a dupe. So here I can pull that out, right? And then from here, pick the same utilities. Oh, hold on. It's got to be the way I do it here. There we go. Cannot include that file because we're not that many directories up. It's one fewer directory up. The only reason I can get away with doing this relative include is because this is this test framework is highly coupled to the code it's testing. So it's within the same unit of code. So it's I call it acceptable. The only fragility point is if I were to change my directory structure, this would have to change. All right. Let's run them all again. Make sure I didn't break anything. I break things all the time. This is why I have tests. Make sure that I fix the things I break. All right. So that's the refactoring step. So this is coordinator. Well, it's actually two different test frameworks. It is refactoring. So make compute password extract method. Actually, for two different test frameworks. All right. Okay. IntelliSense is confused. Why is this not big enough? There we go. I wonder how long that's been like that. Probably a long time. Let me close or reload. See if that fixes IntelliSense. Otherwise, I might have to rebuild the project again. And that would suck, because that takes about 5 minutes now. Okay, that fixed it. So I think I want to just go through these. This is not the test. Is this the test? No. I want to go through these tests and kind of fix things, clean things up. Oh, thanks for the follow, Corner Lord. Corner Lord, I've seen your name before. You probably have been on in some channels where I was listening. Yeah, that's right. I can't remember which channel it was though. But welcome. Okay, admin. Okay, yeah, we're gonna just look through these tests to make sure. Oh, there's some stuff I can refactor out. Yes, that looks ripe for refactoring, doesn't it? Game dev stream, yeah. So, if you're new here, I have all my notes in OneNote. I'm working on a game, and it's a multiplayer game, and I don't have the server set up yet, so I'm setting it up now. But the game will actually, I'll just show you the prototype that sort of gives you the idea of the look and feel of the game. So run the prototype. So I made this prototype mostly because I wasn't sure how I wanted to make the entity component system, but it worked out pretty well. So this sort of gives you an idea of the look and feel of the interface of the game. Although I'll try to get better art. I'm not a very great artist, so excuse my lack of art. But the front end is going to run in the browser. It's using Pixie.js to do all the graphics. And the back end is in C++, and with it's going to be using Lua for the game systems. And you can tell it's the graphics are primitive because I don't want to try to make too ambitious of a goal for the graphics. I'm going to start simple, and I'm going to focus more on the game content. And before you can get any game content at all, I have to get the servers up and running, which is what I've been working on, and still will probably be working on for another week or so, at least. But this just gives you an idea of what it'll look like. This with a bit more refinement. Yes. So if you're curious what this prototype was inspired by, it's the game Gauntlet. It was an arcade game from the 80s where you basically go through a dungeon and try to get to the exit, and along the way you fight enemies that are spawned by these generators, and you pick up treasure and potions and stuff like that. So the graphics is tile based in Pixie.js, and trying to get there. So that gives you maybe a rough idea of what I'm trying to do in the long run. Just think about that with multiplayer and a lot more content. So right now working on, I finished all this stuff for today. Well, all the stuff I wanted to work on. So the front end of the game looks like it's just a React app, but one thing I learned from doing this prototype is I think it looks ugly to try to mix HTML, CSS with the actual game graphics. So I'm thinking about taking what I had originally done in React and putting it into Pixie.js, and basically not using much of React at all. So even this login username password, I'll be showing in the game client using better, more pixel artish graphics. So instead of using plain HTML, it'll be rendered in a pixel art kind of font. And I need to first prototype it here and then put it into the actual game client here. But today I've been focusing mostly on the back end and all the missing little pieces and things that are wrong in logging in, resetting your password, that kind of thing. So, actually, let me make sure that nothing broke in the real game. So we're going to run the real game. Let's do it. And we'll connect into the game. So I just blasted away all the state. That means I don't have any accounts. I need to register a new account. Correct battery horse staple. I am not a robot. Make sure this all shows up. Yeah, close enough. Register. Okay, so we registered an account. Actually, I was expecting it to give me a login token, but I think I forgot to do that. So let me try the password reset. I forgot. Request password reset. So we get a token through the email, so I'll have to look at the backend. I don't have the email working yet. So I have to grab that token from the backend. Here's the token. I put it into the front end by doing token equals that. And there's the token, so I'll enter my name, and let's pick a different password. Twitch is cool, exclamation mark. So submit that. Okay. Interesting. I expected to get a login token, but I guess it didn't. Okay, it made a login token, but we didn't actually get it sent to us. Huh. Oh, the IP address is wrong. Look at that. Interesting. The IP address is wrong. We have a token with expiry. Huh. Let me write that down as a bug. So, login token made when password is reset is has a blank IP address. That's a bug in the game state. Let me do a real login without resetting my password. So just log out and then log back in as Twitch is cool. Log in. And there we got a login token. So now if we refresh, it just re-logs in with that. Oh no, I have to do it with that without the password reset token there. So it basically uses it's cached in the local storage here as the login token, and it just logs in with that. Network stuff is impressive. Sadly, you have to go to sleep. Okay. Have a good night, Corner Lord. Thanks for visiting. Hope you come back soon. Yeah, so all of the, I didn't mention this, but all of the communication between front end and back end is over WebSockets. So you can kind of see it here. Here's the login with the username token. And if we had a recapture, we would be including that too. And then here's the server coming back and saying, yeah, you're logged in. And then we ask for our profile. We come back, here's your profile. And do I have it when we... Okay, I'll just do a logout and we'll do a relog in with Twitch is cool, exclamation mark. So that is this one. So here's where we log in with a password. And the difference here is, in addition to the profile, we also get a login token sent back to us, which we use if we, by refresh, it will end up using the login token here. Hey there, Isley. They added WebSocket logging, yeah, to Chrome. It's pretty cool. It's one of the reasons why I enjoy using WebSockets between front and back end, because you can, especially if you use JSON as your formatting for the text messages, it decomposes the JSON really nicely in the debugger. And it includes the time stamp and everything. It's pretty cool. Yes. All right. So what else did I want to verify here? Let's verify a changed password works. And let's look at React so you can see what I'm typing. Twitch is cool, and the news password is, let's set it back to correct battery horse staple. Submit. I guess I didn't print out what we received, but I can look at it and find it. Here it is. So change password, old to new, success. And I should be able to reload, and it shouldn't have knocked out my login token. Cool. Still works. Hard to see the transferring. Yeah, so this network tab really does help with that, with seeing the at least the at a high level view, the messages. We're not seeing how it's sent over the wire exactly. There's some extra stuff, but I just assume that it works. If it didn't work, I'd have to use some other tools to test. Okay, what else do I want to verify? I don't want to verify the ban me, do I? I guess I can. Banned. Now we're banned. Banning IP address. So now if I try to log in... Oh, I guess I gotta try to log in. We get a connection reset. I am not handling that in the client up here. Probably when I get this connection reset, I should print something like unable to connect to server. But yeah, no extra garbage on the log. We're cool. I have been banned. Okay, there was that one bug. Maybe I should look into that. So, login token made when password is reset has a blank IP address. Let's work on that one. Yep, I've been banned. But the ban is temporary, only lasts like 60 seconds. So, let's find out what that was. The leader was 11, so we're talking to a follower server. So it could have been when we were the message was forwarded. That's probably what it was. So that would be profile? No, not the test for profile. So it would be like on set password. I guess it's auth. There's some crossover between the auth system and the profile system. Okay, here we go. So if we're not talking to the leader, we will be forwarded, and it's supposed to do that, but maybe that's not working. IP address, and so when it arrives, where does it arrive? Here. Supposed to pull it from the message and pass it in there, and that is supposed to take that IP address and store it there. But for some, oh wait a minute, no, it wasn't. Right? It was. I can look at the journal and see that the IP address is empty here. So it was empty string here, which means it was empty there. No, not there. Where was I looking to find that? On player login. Yeah. This one, on set password. Oh, there's the problem. Look at that. It's not using the forwarded message. So my test should have caught that, but they didn't. So let me fix the test. So let's look at the auth player tests for setting the password when forwarded, right? So set password forwarded from to leader, right? It's supposed to include the IP address. Oh, I probably didn't even check that. Yeah. It is not checked. We need to check it. IP address should be mock client. And then when we do it from leader, we should do the same thing, right? Yeah. None ya business. Because it doesn't really matter. We're not even checking to make sure it's used. Oh, that's right, I reloaded VS Code since I last ran this. Okay, reproduce the bug. Ah, it keeps moving my cursor around. Stop it. Okay. Yes, it doesn't have the IP address in it. It should have it. All right, so let's fix the bug. This forwarded message should be used instead of the original message. Okay, let's check that in. And then I'll confirm that it was fixed correctly. In the real thing. So coordinator, fix bug in forwarding set password command. All right, so Control C that guy and stage and serve. So I should be able to request a password reset. I'll get a token put into the state. Here's the password reset token. So I don't have any of the email stuff working, so I'm just doing what the email system would do, which is it should take this token and email it to me. And give me a link that would have the form of, same as the front end, but an extra argument. Or I can just reset it. Correct battery horse staple. I think I misspelled it. Good thing I have React state to tell me. I didn't. I misspelled horse. All right, submit. It's still not sending me back the token, though. That bug's fixed. I should try to find out why I'm not getting a. Oh, I know why I'm not getting a token. I don't think I have the flag set to expect to get a token. Oh no, it's because we're waiting for two things. This is the bug I thought of earlier. In the profile code, on player changed, it looks at these flags and it only goes into one of them. So in this case, we're setting the password and we are getting a login token, right? Actually, it should go through both. Yeah, that should have been set, and so it should have sent that back, and then it should all have also done that. So it should have worked. Why did it not? Uh-oh. This is a sign. Whenever I start to get this, it's IntelliSense screwing up. It's like some kind of error in the CPP tools in parsing stuff. Not good. Yeah, 3 hours was a good run for IntelliSense, right? So before I start every stream now, I wipe out the entire build directory and rebuild it to keep IntelliSense working. It gets corrupted or something after a few hours. This would be, actually it's down here, onset password, right? And it's coming from a follower, so it'll go through here. Oh. Actually, that makes sense. We're not expecting a token at all. We should expect a token though, right? So I can do this. Client dot. Don't I have a client? I do. Ah, see, IntelliSense is already screwing me up. Profile being changed, right? Why not use Visual Studio? This sort of explains it. I want to be able to run on Linux and Mac, and I can't run Visual Studio on those OSs, so at least not conveniently. So I've just been trying to use VS Code. I'm just going to see if that does anything. If it does, then I'll make a unit test to check for it. All right, so stage and serve, and again, we got the reset. Actually, can I reuse the same reset token? I don't remember. No, I think the set password wipes out the password reset token. So I gotta ask for another one. Okay, so there it is. There's my token. Always found that C++ is much better in Visual Studio. Yeah, I gave up a little bit in like the debug tools aren't so nice. Okay, so there's our reset. Yeah, the debug tools aren't so nice, and IntelliSense has problems. Although I've had IntelliSense problems in Visual Studio itself before. It's the one. It seems to be the most fragile thing in Visual Studio is IntelliSense. Correct battery or staple. Submit. Okay, I'm still not getting a token though. So it's still broken. It ends up doing two things, right? It does a set password, and then it does a change profile with a token in it. Okay, where is that set, actually? I might have done this wrong. Oh no, I did it right. It's right there. Okay, yeah, really I should be doing them in the same place, but it shouldn't have made a difference here in this case. It should have set that. Where is that cleared? Cleared initially, and it's cleared there. Okay, so I should have seen that. Maybe that's a problem. Oh, wait a minute. I had set the wrong thing. Actually, so let me see if that is actually what I got sent. Yeah, so, okay. I'm just setting the wrong flag. Okay, so it would have worked if I set the correct flag. There we go. And let's put it in the correct place, too. So we expect the password to reset, and we expect to get a token back. This is horrible, by the way. I need to fix that. What version of C++? I'm on C++ 11. I have it on my to-do list to pick up C++ 17, but, you know, very busy. Control C. There we go. Stage serve. Let's try this one more time. I forgot my password. Let's get that token back out. Password reset token. Paste it here. Correct battery or staple. Submit. Oh, look at that. I got a login token that time. So now if I just simply refresh this, it logs me in with the token. Oh, wait a minute. Bad token. Bad token. Which token did it try to use? GCY. Oh, interesting. I think the token was old. Yeah, it used an old token. Okay. Yes, it used this GCY token instead of this XT5 token. '14 didn't break much. 14 was just basically cleaning up a few things that were wrong in C++ 11, right? Oh, bring break. Same thing. Yeah, so I was just going to move from 11 to 17 once I set aside some time to do that. I think this doesn't work because this is a horrible system. Basically, if anything changes about the user, it goes in here and it picks up the this one right here. It'll go and pick up the token, but the token might not have been the one thing that changed. So yeah, because it does actually two changes, right? How do I show that? It does the set password and then it does the change profile. Actually, I know how to do this. We'll just chain them. We'll do this. We will... If the password is reset and we log in... Actually, you know what? This is redundant. We should just be calling the helper I have. It is called... It's in impl auth. And why isn't this not working? I think it's because IntelliSense is broken. So I'll have to manually find it. So it was like on login, right? On successful login. Right. So on successful login does these with these extra things. Actually, this doesn't set the token either. Why didn't I have it set the create a login token? On login. Oh, because if they're logging in with a token, we don't want to generate a new token. Got it. Right. So anyway, on successful login does set the client username and sends back that. So it's redundant that we do that down here as well. So really I should just be calling on successful login, right? So it needs client, WebSocket, and username. Client.first, and this is client.second, client.first, right? And the username is username. So I don't need to do that. And then in addition to that, I can do hold on, put a bookmark there. It's down here. Player login. And the client is client second. There we go. Let's try that out. Oh, thanks, Clavin. Hi, how's it going? Yeah, playing with scissors hates you're probably hating the fact that first and second are first should really be key, second should be value, and the fact that I can't name my arguments, right? That I have to go here and say, oh, it's client, then WebSocket, then username, and I have to sort of remember that clients is a map keyed by WebSocket. So yeah, it just ends up being that way. That's okay. I understand your Swift rage. Okay, but this should work now. I know I say that. Famous last words, right? Don't serve. Stage, and then serve. Okay. I forgot my password. Give me a new token. Got a new token. Let's go take it out of the game state. Did I close it? Why'd I do that? All right. Here be the password reset token. Someone has to, yeah, sure, you do. It is your duty to yell at me. Okay, remove, correct, staple, submit. Cool. So, we got the login token that time. And it did it in the correct order. So, we set the password, we were logged in, which triggered the token generation. Meanwhile, we asked for our profile. We got back the token for free, and we got our profile. Nice. So let me make a test for this. I think I do like this, so... Oh, interesting. We got 2 tokens. Does that mean this token that I just got won't work? Which one did I get? Oh yeah, it's not gonna be it's not gonna work, is it? Shoot. So yeah, if I try to refresh, it's gonna say bad token. Yeah, bad token. The streamer I suggested, oh, that was one that had a font that wasn't incredibly small, right? They had a new follow notification, spent 10 minutes making puns with your name. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Your name is fun to make puns out of. Okay, I have to grant that. Okay, so why is it generating 2 login tokens? Did I screw this up? Unsuccessful login. Should just do that, and then we do player login. Which will go there. Which will go there. Hold on, let me think about this. Right, that'll get set. Why is it doing it twice? I don't get it. It did it in rapid succession too. Oh, yes, it is like playing with scissors. I get it. Yeah, well, working in C++ is like running with scissors while playing, right? Cut yourself all the time. Okay, let's see. Gotta reason this out. Let me make sure I didn't do something really stupid by looking what changed here. Client username. Send a logged in. We also cleared the bad login count, which is probably a good idea. And the only thing I'd added is player login. Let me find out where all this is called. Oh, that's why. I left that line in. How did that not get... Did I check that in by accident? Oh, was it always sending 2 successful logins in a row? Okay, yeah, we don't want to do that. That might have been why we got 2 tokens, because it called it twice. I know. Stage before serve. Alright, one more time. Get my token. And use it. Submit. Got a token. It looks like it is the correct token. Yay! So if I clear this out, it successfully logs in with it. Nice. Hey there, Kobe. I am messing around with the login system of my game just to try to get loose ends covered and fixing bugs and stuff like that. So this was really it's a bug fix. It's a request. It's a wait until we've actually reset the password before recognizing that we're logged in. Right? We don't do that, then we end up getting the wrong token back out. So let's make a test for that. So I'm going to do a stash, make the test to verify it, and then unstash to make the test run. This would be player test. The reason my login player server is not different from the game server, maybe not written in C++. So yeah, what you're seeing here is there's just a front end. So it talks to the backend through WebSockets. So here's like the login and using the token and like the previous, can I show the previous? No, I did a refresh. So whether I reset the password or I'm logging in normally with the password or with a token here, it's all through WebSockets. So I happen to be using React right now for the front end, but I could be using anything that uses WebSockets. All the actual work of computing the token, checking it, is all on the back end in C++. So, yeah. Okay, so the bug is that it's going to commit the entries and it's going to send the wrong token out. So how would I check that? I think it's this one right here. Right. I think we do have to check both of the entries 1 and 2. That's the deal. And it has to the second entry has to match the token that we get. Okay, so where do we check tokens before? Here? Yes. Right, so we expect one of these. And then we expect to see the same token. Actually, where am I using that token? Oh, I'm not checking to make sure it's sent out? Interesting. Why not have the game server and the user server being separate process? Only connect to the game server through the user server? Oh, do I have a reason? Don't have a really good reason for now, other than that that this is built on a replicated cluster, and that replicated cluster right now has the entire game journal. So that includes all of these tokens. So I hadn't thought of separating them. I could separate them at some point later. Let me put that on the list. Separate login server. That's what we're talking about, right? Like a login auth server. Yeah, let me put that under consideration. Because it wouldn't be too hard to do. It would just offload the authentication to someone else. Actually, the side effect is that after you are successfully authenticated, then you have to connect to another server, or the auth server has to forward connections. I still need Raft though, unless I have a everything forwarded through the login server, because no matter which server you end up connecting to, that server has to trust who you are, who you say you are. So I need to at least involve Raft in the replication of the login token. Unless like you have to go through a proxy of some kind that does the authentication and then forwards your connection through. Let me just leave it without a description for now. That would be security, right? And also it might involve clustering. Security, clustering. I will think about it. Oh, right. Like I don't have to make it the login thing clustered. Yeah. Yes, this is the entry stuff I need to check. These tests are just way complicated. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Set password. This already is checking it. I already had it in there. I was getting the token. Oh, okay. So I just need to make sure that token is actually sent. So we will just change this. Where's the player connect? Player. So here. Expect 3 messages. I don't think I'm gonna mess with this fetch profile junk. I'm gonna remove this. Actually, there won't be 3. There'll be 2 messages we expect. 2 messages. So we'll expect a login and then followed by a token. So that is, can I cheat and look at what I actually got here? No, because it's already lost. But I can look at this again. Login token. Token. Here's where it should match this token, and it won't this time, right? This test will fail until I unstash. So this is login success, right? Login success. Failed. Right, we don't get the token at all, right? No, we did get the token. Interesting. Why did that not wait for the second message? It's supposed to wait for 2 messages. Oh, I never called it, that's why. Expect true player shouldn't that be also an expect true? These should all be. Hey, thanks for following, Stat Creator. I don't know why those are. I didn't do the expectation in any of those places. Okay, fixed. Login success. There we go. There we go. Right, it doesn't receive the token at all. Because why? Oh, because we're not setting it here. So simulate the setting of it. Right? It does check to make sure that the entries are there. Hold on. How do you do a stash, a diff? Is that how you do it? Show? Diff? P? There we go. Okay, so the bug is what? That we have... Oh, right. That if we simulate this, it'll send it back in the wrong order. So we have to simulate it. I have to do... I don't need this line. We have to do the change profile. IntelliSense broken, so I need to... I guess this is what we want, right? Ah, I'm screwing up. Okay, the token is token, right? And the IP address is mock client. All right, and the expiry is expiry. And now we're simulating it actually getting set. So it's just that the token should be wrong. Okay, is this not running the code that I thought it would? I thought it would get to here, and then... Let's see. Debug. Okay, it does get there. Mock client, and username is Alex. And what does this do? Okay, it made a token there. It did append it. Okay, but is the message not being sent back out? Food's almost ready. I'm hungry. Can I have some food? Pizza. I haven't had pizza in about 2 weeks. Pizza... Actually, pizza doesn't sound that great for me. You can have all the pizza playing with scissors. It's all yours. Okay. I think the problem is that, where's the client entry? Where's our context? Right here? This client entry doesn't have the token being changed set to true. Right, so it was broken anyway. Right, okay. So it's acting correctly. Now, if I were to unstash this, that should fix it. I hope. Let's see. Nope. We only get 2 entries. Oh, because we have to commit one and then commit the other. That's right. It's not grease-ridden unhealthy pizza. It's just, you just put mozzarella on. So is it like handmade pizza? Handmade pizzas are good. So it is after we set the password, right? That we'll expect. So right at this point, we'll expect 2 entries. And then after we do one, we'll expect... Oh, this is horrible. Oh, thanks for the follow. Ledrolica? I probably said the name wrong, I'm sorry. This test is so ugly that I don't think it makes sense to do arrange act assert anymore. The test is login when it's committed. There's where it's I guess we'll just continue doing the... So here it'll be 3, and we'll just look at this, the third one here, and then we'll remove the requirement that it be here. Alright, so... Yeah, I really should break this test up into several steps. One test for each step. Anyway, so after we set the password, then we'll expect another entry with this one in there. Okay, let's try this out. Yep, it's ugly and long. Gotta fix it. Gotta refactor it. Token is token? What? I had that wrong. Should just be token. Token's the token, not the string token. There we go. All right. Why are there asserts in the act part? I know, because it's broken, really. Okay, here's where it really is. There's an arrange, then there's a first step in the act, which is actually technically the arranges don't need any kind of asserts. We could just let it crash if it's not behaving correctly. Then really there's 2 steps here. There's an act and then there's an assert for the side effects of the first part, and then there's a second act. So I really should break it up into 2 tests, because we're testing 2 different things. We're testing that when the password gets set, that we get a third journal entry, which is the new token. Oh, we should also... part of assert 1 should also be checking that we get this message. So... technically... it would be player... wait... right, it's this one actually. Push any output and then expect that we get this first message. Then the act 2 is then we commit the profile change of the token and we assert that we received it back out. And that we're logged in. Actually, this login can be checked first up here. There we go. So then to do the right thing, I would split that test into 2 tests. Yeah, ship it. But really, I wanted to fix the bug and then we'll refactor separately. So this is the bug fix. Instead of generating a token right away, we wait until the password actually is reset, then start the process of generating a new login token. And we also remove this redundant code because unsuccessful login does that. Okay then. Fix bug in generating login token after password reset. Wait until password is reset before generating the login token. Enjoy your lunch, lurker. Or dinner. Probably dinner, right? At this point. Okay, I feel like running everything again. Uh-oh, I broke something. Something is broken. Disallow weak passwords on reset is broken. This is why I have unit tests. To catch things like that. Oh, actually 3 places. Oh, because of the new... Yeah. I ran into this problem earlier. Because there are no extra side effects now. Yep. And I don't really care about those side effects, right? Oh, it's... Yeah, the side effect has been removed. Because we are just... Hold on. We're just setting the password. We're not going to add the login token until we've committed the entry, which we don't do in that test. The same thing here, probably. That becomes... Actually, that's better. That's better. It's cleaner. Don't even expect the login token at all. Is it the same thing here? Yep. Run all the auth player tests again. Yay. Fix tests broken. Broken by last change. Okay. So since login token is not generated until after the set password command is committed, tests which don't simulate the commit no longer need to expect side effect of a login token being generated. There we go. Hey there, Endorn. How's it going? All right, login token made when password is reset has a blank IP, so we fixed that. And I think we're in pretty good shape. Do I want to work on more features or bugs, or just call it? Uh-oh. Connection interrupted, retrying. Trello problems. Anyway. First climbing course, nice. Hopefully you're not sore tomorrow. Hey there, Moontori. How's it going? Pretty good. I worked a lot today. I'm actually near the end of my stream, but I worked a lot today on fixing some of the missing pieces and holes and bugs in the login process for my game. So I'm actually getting kind of tired of working on the login process. I do have a lot of bugs, but I guess I don't have to do them on stream. I think what I'll do next stream is the UI changes I was talking about earlier. So do I still have that up here? Yeah, so I have this prototype game I was playing with, and one of the things I learned from that was I don't think I want to mix React, HTML, CSS with Pixie. I think I just want to do all of the UI in Pixie. So probably what I'll do tomorrow is I'll go back to this prototype here, and I'll be moving this into the actual graphics. I'll have Pixie.js draw this stuff, probably off to the right here. And that'll be more like the actual game that this prototype is inspired by. And then once I have that, then I'll go back to the real app here. So all the login stuff will be drawn in Pixie.js in the main The main game's UI will be no longer this HTML, CSS stuff. It'll be all drawn by Pixie. Hey there. Thing with scissors, you're lurking. What are you doing? You're supposed to be lurking and eating. Yeah, I think I might end soon. And yeah, I'll set up the plan for tomorrow. Probably will be going back, returning to this prototype and doing the user interface drawing in Pixie.js and moving it out of the React CSS HTML stuff. Let me actually set those cards up right now. So this is a new thing. Next stream. So a prototype drawing UI elements in Pixie.js. So checklist. So let's do it in pieces. So first will be the connect button. Move connect button. They're all going to say to Pixie.js, but that's okay. And then let's make that a complete sentence by putting a period on the end. New item. Move score, health. Let's just move score and health are both numbers, right? Score and health to Pixie.js. And then I'll actually have the potions drawn like they are in the real game, like copies a little potion icon. So move potions Pixie.js draw as potion sprites. A line of. I'll say draw as just text. And then I think I'm just going to remove the fire move. So remove fire move UI elements. Maybe as part of this connect button, I can also work on, I can add a form here for like just server address. The prototype form elements. Input box for server address. Rather than hard coding it. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. And this one card will probably take all day. Do I have a label for... I guess it's interface. Really, I should have a special label for prototyping. Yeah, let's make a new one. Let's make it blue. Prototyping. Or should I make it purple? Purple. There we go. Prototyping. That's what I'll work on tomorrow. So I think that's going to be about it for today. I'm hungry. I'm a little tired. I'm almost at 4 hours anyway. So I'm going to go see who we can host or raid. Let's see. Irish John, maybe? He's nice and raids me a lot, so I kind of want to return the favor. What time do I usually stream? I have a little schedule command from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific, so I should be back tomorrow morning, Pacific time. And I try to put up my plan the night before, so if you don't really care about what I'm going to be working on that day, you don't have to tune in. But so I'll make a new thing in the notebook, which you can see if you go to the today command for 121, and then I'll also put in that. Here's a link to my Trello as well. I'll be you can see if I change the plan, I'll put different cards here for the next stream. So yeah, okay, we're going to raid Irish John. I hope you guys enjoyed today, and if so, you'll join me back tomorrow. Irish John is working on a game. It's a pirate multiplayer battle kind of game in Unity. So, oh, thanks, Moon Tori. Hope to see you again tomorrow. So we're gonna raid Irish John. So Irish John likes to raid me, so I'm returning the favor. Hope you enjoy his stream. Hey there, Admiral Care. We're just about to go raid someone else, so sorry, but hope you'll enjoy Irish John. We will say hi to him, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.